Why, hello there! Today, I'll be showing you guys how to find end cities, because people like me playing on servers that are pretty small, Codecraft by the way, subscribe to CodePrime8, have low render distances and can't really find them. But not only will I be showing you how to find these end cities, I'll be showing you how to raid them too. So, first things first, what will you need to bring? You will need to bring definitely a weapon. I don't know how you beat the game without a weapon if you don't have one already. You're going to need some good armor. Hopefully with Prat 4. Respiration 3. That'll help later. It might help a bit, and I'll explain why later. It's a really weird reason. Now, other things you need to bring. Definitely a water bucket. I mean, most people already bring them to the dragon fight, but bring a water bucket. Now, this next one's going to sound weird, but bring around 1 or 2 boats, and this one's, a lot of people, they don't know why you need to bring these, but I'll tell you why later when I get to it. Now, if you want to go across the void very safely, you're going to bring a piston, a sticky piston, 4 slime blocks, 2 observers, and if you're on Bedrock, you're going to bring a boat, and if you're on Java, you are going to bring a minecart rail, a minecart, and a block. So, what else do you need to bring? Ender pearls, if you plan on pearling across the void. If you're on Bedrock, you're going to need ender pearls anyways, because the crawl thing, it does not work on Bedrock. It only works on Java. Flex. And let's see, what else will you need to bring? A bow with arrows. Arrows, kinda an extra thing, but you probably should bring arrows if you have a bow. And definitely bring more than 1 pickaxe if your pickaxe does not have mending. Bring more than 1 pickaxe, because wood does not spawn in the outer islands, which would be there if my render distance wasn't 6. So, now let's get to the most important, big important thing that you should bring in the end. If you have an elytra, if you don't have an elytra, if you're trying to get one, crafting table. You don't need to bring any other wood. Maybe you could bring wood to craft tools if there's breaks, but you really don't need to bring wood other than this reason. Crafting table. Always bring a crafting table in the end. Trees do not grow naturally. I mean, unless you plant them on grass, but you get the point. So, if you're going for an elytra and you want to go you want to go looting after you get the elytra, you want to go looting more cities, maybe bring fireworks and anvil with like unbreaking 3 and mending to enchant the elytra, because they break pretty quick if you don't have unbreaking 3. They break pretty quick if you do have unbreaking 3. So, mending is going to be your friend. Now, at least bring a diamond sword at the least. You can make do with an iron sword and iron armor, but that's if you're really careful like I was. Like, if you play this right, you can go from iron armor to full enchanted diamond just in a few NCs if you play it right. So I believe that is everything you need to bring, unless oh yeah, ender chest. Ender chests are cool. Let's say you're stuck way out over there, and you can't get back because you're way too lazy to go to the end gate. Get a shulker box, throw your items in the shulker box, throw your items in the ender chest, throw the shulker box in the ender chest, jump in the void if you have nothing on, and then just place an ender chest, get all your items back when you're in the overworld. Now, you're going to need a bed to set your spawn point. Just kidding. Don't bring a bed. Beds explode in the end. So do respawn anchors. Don't bring beds. So, I do believe that's everything on the need to bring list. Oh, except, wait. Golden apple is probably good, because if you get in one of the life or death situations with these unsuspecting devils, you're gonna need one of these. Again, subscribe to CodePrime8. Ooh boy. So, these little end gates, they'll pop up. One of them will pop up after you beat the dragon. You can fight the dragon again until there's 20 forming a circle around your end island, but you just want to get up to them. You can throw a pearl in if you're on Bedrock, or you could do this if you're on Java. Walk right in. I'm on Java, so you're out in the outer end. Take note about where you came from. This is the void. The void, more specifically, You go that way. No, wait. Yeah, this way is the void. I'm sorry, because that's if you go this way, the x-coordinate goes to 0. So stay away from this area because there is nothing there except the main island about 1,000 blocks away. That is 0, 0. Keep note of that. The main island is 0, 0. Always be going away from 0, 0. So, end cities. Finding them. This is very good if you don't know how end cities spawn. Especially if you're in low render distance environments. So, end cities, say I'm facing south or north, they spawn in lines like this. About roughly the same intervals between them. Sometimes like one won't generate and another will. So look out for that. But they usually, like, I don't know if this is a hard fact, but they usually spawn like this. So what you're gonna do if they spawn lines from south to north, you're gonna go south or north, right? Wrong, because you could be in this blank area where no end cities ever spawn in this direction, unless a line starts somewhere down the line. But you get the point. So you're gonna open up F3, and you're gonna say, am I facing west or east? You're gonna want to be, in this case, you would want to be facing east, because that's where the main end island is, so you're gonna be facing east. So you eventually run into one of the lines of end cities. So let's see if I was standing here or here, I'd run into one of these two cities eventually. So west or east. Alright, so to cross these gaping voids, there are multiple ways to do it. I'll be ranking them from safest to not safest. First, the very safest way is to build a redstone flying machine, which is where these come in handy. Now this little design here, it'll work for both Bedrock Edition and Java Edition. So there is slight changes between the machine on Bedrock versus Java, but it's relatively the same. So what you're going to do, place a little block here, observer, piston facing where you want to go. So the little front here, regular piston. This cannot be sticky. It's going to be facing the way you want to go. Then you're going to place slime on this end. Make sure there's no blocks beneath this, and no blocks beneath this. And then you're going to place 2 more slime blocks. Sticky piston facing away from the way you want to go. No, wait, whoopsie daisies. An observer goes here. And then the sticky piston away from the way you want to go. So, if you're on Java Edition, you're going to place a rail here. It doesn't have to be detector, it's just what I had. A minecart, and a spare block that can be moved by pistons. So, like, I don't think ender chests can be moved by pistons, so ender chest bad, endstone good, netherrack good, place that there. Now to start this machine, you're going to place this there. Now on Bedrock you'll be doing the same thing, except you'll have a boat instead of a minecart and a block behind it. Just have a boat. So after you put the block there, you get in the minecart, and you break it. Now of course there would be a little bit less safe, but most of the safe way to cross the voids is bridging. You can bring blocks to bridge. Now I'd recommend, now this is another point where the crafting table comes in, because you can turn those blocks, if there are certain blocks, you can turn those blocks into slabs, which will basically double your block count, allowing you to go farther. Now, eventually, if you're very unlucky, you're going to run out of blocks, but there's endstone all around. So, take 4 pieces of endstone, like this, place down a crafting table, like this, but there's a third space right here, and that'll give you some endstone slabs. So, every 3 blocks of endstone will give you 6 slabs across the void. Which is why you bring multiple pickaxes. Like, if you're bringing iron, bring like 4 or 5 iron pickaxes. That sounds like a lot, but trust me. And you don't have to craft them. I see people when I say bring 4 or 5, they're all crafted in the inventory. No, just put the iron ingots and sticks. So instead of taking up like 7 crafting spaces in your inventory, it's like 1, and you craft them with your table as you progress. So the piston machine method is the safest method, but it will take the longest because, of course, it's kind of slow. It might actually be the same speed as your Bridget, but if you're crossing the end island, it's slower. I'm gonna hit that, aren't I? That's another risk about using this. None of these are completely risk-free unless you have a huge render distance. You could hit one of these islands. Now, that's not a big deal. You just mine some blocks, get to the bottom of it, place blocks under the machine, disassemble it, reassemble it. But yeah, I'd recommend looking before you... because I definitely couldn't see it. Yeah, so you're gonna search these islands, and from... say if I'm going east, I'm gonna have to find the very eastward point of the island after I've completely searched this. I hope this doesn't murder me. Oh cool, it stopped. But yeah. I'm probably gonna lose these items, because oh, oopsies. So, if your machine gets stuck like this, on Bedrock Edition, sometimes you'll have the rare condition, if you're going a while, that a chorus plant will spawn like this. Your boat will be here, the chorus thing will be here, and it will push your boat right off the machine, which is why you really can't go AFK for a while, because you'll just come back to a boat on an island with no machine in sight. But yeah, so if you cross an island like this, grab some blocks, dig down a little bit to below where the machine is. If you crash into the bottom of the island, I guess you're out of luck a bit. Alright, hold on. You're gonna dig a little bit deeper than this. Yeah, let's see, you're gonna get to around... yeah, if you're... try to get around 2 blocks below. I can't really get 2 blocks below because this island is a very skinny boy island. But get 2 blocks below where your machine goes. Now, I would mine this, but you're gonna get bored if I mine this and reassemble it. So, the next method to get across these voids is bridging. Now, this isn't exactly the best place to demonstrate it, so I'm just gonna Elytra, like over to a shorter distance, like say from here to here. So when you're bridging, you try to go west or east, but if there's a shorter distance, let's say north, like a bit this way, or south, like a bit this way, cross that distance. Now, let's see. Quickly going into end survival. Let's say you accidentally looked at one of these guys. Find a flat place, place water. Enderman can't get you. Haha, stupid. Now, however, if you're in panic mode and you're like on one of these hillsides, that doesn't always work. Now, a method that will always work is when I will show you right now. This is where the boats come in. Say, Enderman's got you. You accidentally looked at an Enderman. You have iron armor. You don't want to lose all your stuff. You're 1,000 blocks away. Boat in front of you. Jump over the boat. Enderman should go in the boat. If it didn't lag spike. Enderman can't teleport out of the boat. Stab Enderman. Laugh at it. Boats are beautiful. Not a lot of people know about the boat clutch trick. Enderman versus boat. Boat wins. I mean, a lot of people think water, but when they place water, that usually happens. And you're not safe unless you have a block there and a block there of water, and you're in the middle. So, boat. Now, chorus fruits. These are beautiful. This is the food source at the end. Best food in the game. You can eat it with max saturation. You can eat it with max hunger. It will boost your saturation, allowing you to heal when you have full hunger. And it'll also teleport you. Now, it'll teleport you in a specific way. That means, if you're in an end city, or you're up high somewhere, you want to get low, you eat one of these chorus fruits, it'll teleport you to 9 times out of 10 a lower place than when you were before. Especially if you're levitating, or if you've like fallen somewhere. You've heard of water clutch, meat, chorus fruit clutch. You can also throw an ender pearl down if you don't have time to eat a chorus fruit, but you get the point. You get the point. So, bridging, very simple. Get across the void. place blocks. You should be using slabs if you're bridging with cobblestone or endstone. Netherrack, you can't really turn into slabs. But, yeah. Crafting table, crafting table, crafting table. Now, you should be able, if you... Oh my god, look at that. I told you. East, west, east trick. Always works, baby. Now, there is one more way to cross these little end gaps. Ender Pearl, like, say this is the void, and that part of the hill, that's where the island starts. You don't want to unless the distance is like really short, like that, like anything bigger than from there to there, you probably don't want to throw the pearl. You're probably just going to bridge a bit until you can get a safer distance to the pearl throw, because watch, if you throw a pearl in the void, nothing bad happens. Now the bad things start when you throw a pearl. You say you're aiming for like there, and you hit that. You hit that, you are gonna teleport into the wall, fall into the void. So, you've found a beautiful, beautiful end city. You see that little boat over there. If you are really in need of an elytra, skip the city, grab some blocks, pillar up to the boat. Simple. Very simple. Grab that elytra. Yeah, golden. Yeah, golden. This one, for some reason, was either the front was removed or just didn't generate. I can imagine the heart-crushing emotions this person would feel if they saw this, but yeah. Elytra, this is why you bring fireworks and enchanting books and an anvil, so you can instantly get a big boy elytra. The rockets, take off into the elytra, jump again before you hit the ground, and then right click. All very fast. It's very easy, it doesn't sound easy. So, here's where comes the looting part. The looting part of these cities. Now, since this one's looted, you're not gonna see it, but every end city, it starts like this. You'll have the 3-layered roof, 2 shulkers on the front. These little shulkers, they're gonna shoot you with these bullets. You can punch the bullets to get them to go away, but at one point, after a little bit, there's just gonna be too many to punch, and eventually one will hit you. So when it hits you, you'll be floating for about 3 to 6 seconds, and that's not the dangerous part. The dangerous part is when you're floating, you're about 1 second to go, another bullet hits you, you go more blocks up, and then you fall and die once the levitation wears off. So, very big brain move you can do. I've never seen any YouTubers do this. Same with the boat trick. Levitation doesn't affect you if you're swimming in water. Let me just get my boat out. I'll show you the trick again. Oh, there's 2. No matter. Get in the boat. Die. I mean, the boat trick is if, like... I'd say if you were at a flat area, use the water. If you're in not a flat area, or if you're in a panic, boat trick. The boat trick comes in handy in those scenarios where if I place down water, maybe something could go wrong. The Enderman could get a hit on me if I stop. When you keep on running, the Enderman, you know they're following you. So you just do this. They should be in the boat. Don't stop running, because if they didn't get in the boat, and you stopped running, it's gonna get hit on you. So, I think I just went over that twice. Anyways, shulkers. Let's see if I can find one. Hold on, I heard something. There it is. I think you should see it for a brief moment. These things. Levitation bullets. Oh wow, I'm floating away. No, I'm not. Too bad. Hit them when their shell is open. If you really need to get rid of them, you can do it when it's closed. They drop those little shells. Now, if you really, really want to get rid of them, touch them with water. Like, if water touches them, they're just like Endermen. They will teleport away. And let's say, well, now that I failed to do that, I am 16 feet up in the air, eat a forest fruit, or throw a pearl. The forest will always teleport you to the ground, unless you're over a giant void and there are no nearby blocks to teleport down to. Forest fruit. Don't eat forest fruit when you're on the piston machine, because that will teleport you out of the machine, out of the seat you're sitting on, and that will drop you in the void. So, shulkers. Did I pick up that shell? Yes, I did. If you have a sword with sharpness 5 that's netherite, it'll take 3 hits when the shell is open to kill. These things are beefed up. When the shell is closed, they take over 10 hits sometimes. Now, I hear people say, bring wood for chests. Bring wood for chests, guys. You're going to need to make shulker boxes right away. And then those are the guys who forget the crafting table. Let me tell you, I see it way too much. Because watch. This is the loot room. Walk in here. Oh, man, where is... I need wood to make chests. I have wood. I only have 8 pieces of wood. Oh no, I have 4 pieces. I can't make a chest. What am I ever gonna do? Chests are provided in almost every end city. Punch the chest. If you have an axe, you can cut it. Shulker box. Pick up the crafting table. Never leave the crafting table behind. Now, if you love to go end busting, you want every single shulker that spawns along these walls. In these big pillar rooms, you want to go place the water right here. You'll go to the plus sign like that. Go to the edge right here. You can hit every shulker. Every shulker. They're hitting you with levitation, but you're in water. You just get rid of them one by one. Water is amazing. So are boats. Which is sad because I never see people use them. So let's say, well, I already have my elytra, I can cross over the void easily. How do I find another end city? Well, after you've traveled east or west and you've hit one, you're actually going to go north and south, because these things, they generate in lines. Now, I only have 30 fireworks, so this is going to be a big L moment if I can't find one. But 9 times out of 10, they will generate in straight lines north to south. Now, in Bedrock, north to south is increasing and decreasing z-coordinate, the last coordinate of the 3. So let's see if I can find one. Told you. What did I tell you? Lines from north to south. Wait, is this one looted? There's no way this one's not looted. It's so close to spawn. Bro, looting 3. Why? Now, these things will also have a little treasure. Dragon head. Yeah, okay, this has definitely been looted, because there's no dragon head, there's no shulker, there's no stand, and I'm guessing there's no elytra. Yep. Yeah, so the elytra, it'll spawn in an item frame. It'll be in the item frame. That one, I couldn't show you it, but yeah. There's also going to be 2 loot chests. Now, final little part of about these end cities. End ships will always spawn with a brewing stand with 2 instant health 2 potions on it. Grab those instant health potions. They can save you, just like the Gapple. Loot chests. These 2 chests will always be here. The elytra will always be here. These chests contain goodies. Goodies, goodies, goodies. Now, this is your ideal end city, because it's got each kind of loot room. It's got your boat, it's got your pillar room, and it's got your triple room. Now, each end city will always spawn with 1 triple room at the base. That triple room is different from all the others and will never have loot chests in it. But these triple rooms, they have 1 ender chest, they have a chest next to that ender chest, and there's a shulker that spawns there, and 1 that spawns there, 1 that spawns there, and 1 on the outside. So, water, shulkers are trying to hit you, levitation, bad, get rid of the shulkers. You got your ender, you got your chest, and you got your ender chest. Very, very gamer. Now, the next kind of, the final loot room is this one. Big pillar rooms. They can be this long, they can be shorter, but they look like this. They will always have this little opening on the top. Walk in, chests will be there. Two of them. Always two. This is where the water trick comes in handy. I'm showing you again. Go down to... That was... Oh, that must have been weakened. Someone's already been in here, but you get the point. Like, if you're getting low, put your chest plate on if you're wearing elytra, but yeah. Water is golden. If you really, again, if you really need them to teleport away, keep on hitting them or pour water on them. But I think, yeah, I think that's all I have to cover. That's pretty much all my knowledge on that. Only casuals will bring pumpkins. That is sacrificing an armor piece. That is not what you want to do. But there you have it, my friends. End city finding. If you want to run into a line, east, west. If you want to continue on the line, north, south. Go away from 0-0. Now, one last note. Sometimes really big, bigger than this, holes in the void will cause a line to break. Now, if that happens, maybe go at the next interval, so like there won't be an NCD there, but there'll be an NCD over there. But, and very rarely, I say very rarely, but it's happened to me multiple times, that big gaping void, that will break the line, causing it to stop. So, if that happens, say you've got like 2k or 4k blocks without finding a city, go west or east again. That is it. That is everything I have for you. I covered everything: pearling, elytraing, redstoning, bridging. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Getting back home. Now, if you bridged and you completed your bridges, follow your bridges back to the gate, do the same thing you did to get here, pearl through the gate, trapdoor the gate, boom. You should have photographed the gate, or maybe you just remembered it. If you can't remember where the gate was, go to 0-0 and follow along the giant gaping void. It should be somewhere on the edge. Now, usually I don't do that because frequently, and sometimes not frequently, you'll see the gates. There'll be extra gates that spawn all around. They don't link up. They just send you back to the... I think they just send you back to the middle. They send you back to the closest counterpart on the main island, but yeah. If you can't do any of those, you can't find the gates, you can't elytra back over the void because you don't have enough fireworks, throw your stuff in an ender chest, jump in the void. If you're on hardcore, you're out of luck. That is, this time, I am 100% sure that is everything. Yeah, there's no extra details like shields can block shulker bullets. No, nothing like that. That never happens. We never do that here. Sayonara.